Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so that potential buyers can learn more about the business and the seller to help them make an informed buying decision. If you would like to learn more about this business, including details like what type of business it is, how much revenue and profit it makes, and all of the assets included with the business, simply visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business's listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and in the description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. So without further ado, let's get into this interview. First up, let's learn a little bit about you. Can you tell us about your background in building and running online businesses?
My background in building online businesses begins in 2014 when I was in Bulgaria and I first started importing goods from China. I started with phone cases. That was my first touch with the online stores and online businesses. It was pretty good. Actually, I was very happy to make, let's say, a second salary for myself. And this is how everything has started. Then decided to go to the dropshipping. I started just to try and actually build a very, very nice and pretty good dropshipping website in the US. But as you know, eBay and Amazon has stopped allowing people to do dropshipping. That's why I've decided to directly start importing goods from China here to the UK when I come to Scotland.
Why are you selling the business now instead of keeping it and growing it further?
The main reason why I want to sell the business is because my passion is in a completely different area. I like renovating houses. We've started several years ago. Me and my wife started a company that is buying old houses, actually houses, apartments and things like that need renovations. So we are now focusing on this business. And we want to continue doing it and on 100% of ourselves to be focused on this business.
Can you describe the amount and the type of work that you do on this business to maintain it?
I can split the amount of work on two, on a daily basis and on a monthly, weekly basis. A daily basis is pretty simple. I just check how everything performs, if there is any problem or such a thing, the inventory. I always check every single day. I check the inventory levels, and if there is anything that needs my attention, this is probably 30 minutes to 1 hour a day. On a weekly basis, I try to catch up with if there is any news with Amazon, anything that I need to pay attention on and changes. This is another 2 hours, let's say, per week. And on a monthly basis, if I have to upload a new listing, if I have to update any of my listing, and most importantly, to check the sponsor tab, I spend a day to do that. I check the sponsored products and I'm making changes every single month, once a month, updating the bits, cost per clicks. If I need to upload videos, starting and trying new sponsor tab, but this is no more than a day per month. Another thing is the inventory. If anything needs to be replenished, just writing to my suppliers, or we have a third-party warehouse here in the UK, and depending which of the products need to be replenished, contacting the correct person.
So if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways you would try to grow it?
If I am to keep the business, the main focus would be the global expansion. I've already started growing my top selling products to the US, and For the first 2 months, I can see that there is a huge potential. Otherwise, I would focus on one particular niche, and I've already found a good suppliers for this niche, and I'll probably add new products to this niche.
Right. And what would you say are the biggest risks with this business that buyers should be aware of?
So my business is nothing specific, which means that there is not very big issues that could affect the business. Like, for example, if it was in a food niche or something more dangerous goods. But let's say probably the competition, because at the moment there are, new marketplaces that are growing pretty fast. The fees are also getting higher and higher, but in my opinion, our brand is recognizable, especially in the UK's marketplace, and I think it's a stable business that can be expanded massively.
How much support are you willing to offer the buyer who acquires this business?
I can offer as much support as needed, to be honest. There is nothing to hide. I could be there for the first 2-3 months without any issue. If there is anything even after that, for example, regarding the suppliers, regarding the forwarders, there is not a problem for me to spend time with the buyer if needed.
Got it. And regarding the sale of the business, would you agree to a non-compete?
Yes, I absolutely confirm that I commit not to compete in the near future. I really hope to focus on my other business with the housing renovations. Therefore, there are no plans for me at all to go back to the online sales for now.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout agreement?
Yeah, I'm absolutely flexible. Everything depends on the conditions, of course, but I don't think there will be any problems anyway. So yeah, let's say I am. Of course, everything depends on the conditions, once again.
Okay, final question. If you had to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why is your business a business worth buying?
So first of all, the business is stable. For the last 5 years, the business is only growing with past very difficult times as well. There is also huge potential for the business. For example, we've never focused so much on a different marketplace, different than the UK's marketplace, which means that if here in the UK we have that much sales, we have made some profit, we can imagine what would be in the USA and the European marketplace as well. For example, not to mention the other marketplaces like Japan and Australia, Canada. In my opinion, the brand is growing. It is recognizable in the UK's marketplace, and it's worth it, especially at the moment. It is very worth it, in my opinion.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. To learn more and see if this business is still for sale, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for this business listing number, which you can find in the video thumbnail and description. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. Once you've unlocked this listing, you'll find everything you need to know about this business. So, thanks for joining us. See you next time.